Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. LangChain v1.0 Orchestration Framework, Episode 12 of 20. A single chat log containing an unredacted credit card number can instantly compromise your entire application's compliance. You cannot rely on a language model to politely ignore sensitive data, and asking the model to censor itself is slow and unpredictable. That is where safe AI with deterministic guardrails comes in. Deterministic guardrails are hard-coded, rule-based checks. They rely on predictable patterns and logic, like regular expressions or fixed algorithms, instead of asking another language model to evaluate the text. Because they bypass the network call to an AI, they execute in milliseconds and cost essentially nothing. If you are building for production, this deterministic layer is mandatory for security. In the framework, you implement this using the PIIMiddleware. A frequent mistake developers make is trying to filter sensitive information after the fact, scanning the output of the model. But to protect user privacy, the PIIMiddleware is designed to intercept the raw message right as the user hits send. It processes the text before the model call is ever initiated. You explicitly configure this behavior by setting the apply to input parameter to true. Let us walk through a customer service agent scenario. A stressed user sends a message stating their account is locked, including their personal email address, and then they paste their entire 16-digit credit card number to verify their purchase. If your code passes that raw string to a third-party AI provider, you have violated basic data compliance. You need a strategy to neutralize the text, and the middleware gives you 3 built-in actions: block, redact, and mask. If you use the block strategy, the middleware acts as a hard wall. The moment it detects the credit card format, it throws a strict error and terminates the chain entirely. The request is rejected outright. If you choose redact, the middleware surgically removes the specific data and drops in a clean placeholder. The personal email address is completely wiped from the string and replaced with the word email in brackets. The language model still reads a coherent sentence and understands an email was provided, but the actual data is gone. The third strategy is mask. Masking retains a safe portion of the original data. The middleware replaces the first 12 digits of the credit card with asterisks, leaving just the last 4 numbers exposed. This is highly effective when your back-end system needs to verify an account without exposing the full financial record. Implementing this requires configuring the middleware before your chain runs. You instantiate the PIIMiddleware and provide it with a list of target entities. In this case, you specify email and credit card. You then assign your chosen strategies to those entities, perhaps choosing redact for the email and mask for the card. Finally, you attach this middleware component to your main chain, ensuring you set the parameter to apply to the input. The moment the user submits their message, the deterministic rules scrub the text, and the AI only receives a sanitized prompt. Here's the key insight. The most secure way to handle sensitive personal information in any generative AI architecture is to guarantee the language model never sees it in the first place. That's all for this one. Thanks for listening, and keep building.